Okay, this is not a fancy video. Most likely it's going to be completely unedited. It's really me talking from the heart about the topic of less effort and more impact. So less effort and more impact really means about doing brilliant work without sacrificing your personal life. I come from the experience of burnout from overdoing, overthinking, people pleasing, which led to burnout in the past. And in recent years, I have learned to do things in a very different way. And I'm tremendously passionate about sharing that with others so that those in a similar sort of position can also benefit from that as well. So this is I believe it's going to be the first in a series of videos where I'm talking about from the heart about less effort and more impact experiences. And I'm talking specifically today about asking for help, because this is one area where many of us are putting in a lot of effort from doing things on our own because we're not asking for help. And yes, guilty. Been there, done that so much. And I've noticed even more recently that this is still something that I'm definitely working on. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background about that, and I'm giving you this background in the hope that it's helpful for you. You can put it into your own situation. And oh, hello kitten. That's just a little, she might come and, hang on, let me just put her on the ground. As I said, this is probably going to be unedited. Let's just say hello to our new kitty. There she is. All right, hopefully she'll just go and play for a little bit. Wasn't expecting that. So the other day I had a lunch with some lovely ladies here in Japan. By the way, if you don't know me, I'm Helen Iwata, known as the Less Effort, More Impact Coach, and I'm a Brit. I'm based in Tokyo. I've been here for over 30 years. And I was having a lunch with some amazing ladies, and we had what they started to call a sodanshitsu. So if you don't speak Japanese, sodanshitsu means a kind of a room where you can ask for advice. So this is really great. So we were kind of sharing different things we wanted to ask for help on. And I didn't know this was coming up. I wasn't expecting it. But the one thing that was on my mind was a movement that I've recently launched. And I thought it would be great to get some advice on how to grow it. So let me just give you the background of that movement. So in May of 2023, so I'm recording this, by the way, in September of 2023, I celebrated 10 years in business after leaving the corporate world, having a couple of decades of corporate experience here in Japan. And at the celebratory event, I announced that I wanted to start this new movement, the Less Effort, More Impact movement for women in business. So I launched that. We've already hosted successful in-person events. It is tremendous fun. Actually, I'm going to read here the current mission statement so that you have an understanding of what that's about. So it's the Less Effort, More Impact movement supports growth-minded corporate women and female entrepreneurs in Japan, which may expand, by the way, through in-person events and online resources around our three themes of connection, care, and courage. Our members connect across industries and share fresh perspectives and possibilities for professional women. With self-care as a success strategy, we explore and embrace practical ways to enjoy less effort and more impact in our work and lives. We inspire each other to develop the courage to step out of our comfort zones so that we can stop depleting ourselves through physical, mental, and emotional overdoing, and start being and joyfully contributing to the world more than we ever imagined. So that's the current mission that we're working with, and it's been going great. And I really see huge potential for this in Japan and beyond, because I know from my own experience, from my colleagues when I was in the corporate world, from my clients, how many women are really, really overworking. And as a result, because they are so exhausted, they're not achieving the type of impact that they really, really could achieve. Many of them are actually achieving great things, but at a cost, because it's impacting their health, it's impacting their relationships, it's impacting their happiness. And hello, kitten, jumping up onto the table. So we had this lunch, and I got some great advice. And what was even more impressive to me was the fact that these ladies volunteered to have a kind of a follow-up call, and we had a Zoom call this morning where they were offering me more advice. So isn't it amazing, that little bit of asking for help? Even though I sort of offered the opportunity to ask for help, I asked for help, and that led to even more help coming that they were happy to give. So one of the suggestions from that was for the movement is to set up an advisory board so that I can get more help. How great is that? And then another of the suggestions that came out of this, there are actually many suggestions which was just so wonderful and things I wouldn't have thought of by myself. And one of them was to actually use this, my experience of starting off the movement as a case study, because there are probably many others out there, maybe you even listening right now. You've got some passion, you've got something that you really want to contribute in the world, but you're telling yourself maybe I don't have time, or it's too difficult, or I'm not good enough, or all these kind of things. And in that sense, you're making it more effort than it needs to be. So by sharing this as a case study, I'm hoping that it can be some inspiration. Hello, cattail. Some inspiration to you as well, so that more women and men who may be listening to this as well can go out and just do great things in the world and make a fantastic contribution. So that is the idea, is that I don't know yet where I'm going to be posting this video. It's been quite spontaneous, me just sort of switching this on. I've been working from very basic notes here on a little stitch post-it. not a hugely prepared presentation. So I'm not sure where I'm going to be posting this, but I am intending to create a series, and who knows what will come of this. It's very much actually, I want to show you my phone case, but I'm recording from my phone, so I can't at the moment. But I have a new phone case that says progress, not perfection. I'm a big believer in that. And it's interesting, in Japan, I think perfectionism is something that a lot of us struggle with. And I would say especially in Japan, it's a huge, huge issue. There's a fear of getting things wrong. There's a fear of what will people think of us. And that sort of then perfectionism really slows us down, or even prevents us from doing a lot of things. So this is very much, excuse me, progress, not perfection. Need to go for a drink in a moment. And we'll see where it leads. Let's see what happens. So I would love to know what you have found valuable in this message that I've just brought to you today. Please post in the comments, wherever the comments are, and let me know what has been valuable or thought-provoking for you based on what I have said today. Thank you so much for listening to the end, and I hope that you will look out for future videos on the topic of less effort, more impact. And if you are interested to know more about the movement, you can go to sasagacommunications.com/movement, MOVEMENT, sasagacommunications.com/movement. You'll find the latest details there. All right, thanks again for listening. Make it a brilliant and joyful day.